irritable, or kind of just like in this brain fog where you are unproductive and can't get anything done, I bet you anything that you have felt this because of one thing that you are lacking: creativity. Now, most people are a little surprised to hear this because they're going to say, well, no, I'm lacking motivation and discipline or the right mindset. And you're not wrong if you think this. All of those things are super helpful. But where do all of those things come from? Where do they stem from? They stem from creativity. The problem is that we get so distracted by our to-do lists and our events and all kinds of obligations and circumstances in our life that really detract us from just having fun and creating something, right? And what happens is our creative muse that's inside of us is yelling, please stop, hello. I really want to show you some amazing things that you are capable of producing. Here's the good news. Creativity is not something that you have to conjure up, and it's certainly not something that takes a ton of time, because I know that none of us have enough of that. It's really about just having a little dose of inspiration or committing to an idea that sets your soul on fire, because when you start doing that, you start aligning your energy in this place of inspiration and motivation, and that trickles into anything and everything that you do. So here are 5 ways that you can get your creative juices flowing. Number 1, move your body. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you for a sec. I am really sick of hearing this. We all hear it all the time. Exercise, it makes you feel awesome. We already know this. So instead, let's just think about it instead of as exercising, but more like moving, yeah? Just movement. So one of my favorite ways to move my body is with something called a flow toy. And basically what this is a toy that just helps you get into a body flow. You can find these at flowtoys.com. Another way that you can move your body is by stretching or just doing a little bit of yoga. You can do some running if you want to get some cardio going, or some hiking, maybe some biking, or you can do some dancing, whatever feels good for you. As Tony Robbins says, you have to be in motion to change your emotion. So this week, try alternating between a light and an intense activity. So maybe one day you're going to do a walk around the block with your dog, and then the next day, try lifting weights or going on a run. And alternate between these 2 activities, especially when you want your creative juices flowing. Number 2, have conversations. Communication, especially conversations that have depth and empathy, are really the ways that we gain new perspective and make connections and really embody what it means to be compassionate. Not to mention that having a great conversation with someone is kind of like taking a bubble bath. It just feels really good, and it sparks a ton of creative ideas. I know that when I've had really good conversations with people, I'll walk away with all kinds of aha moments and new ideas and new perspectives and all kinds of inspiration for things that I want to create. So this week, try calling up someone who really brings that out in you, someone you love chatting with, and take them out to lunch or have a nice long conversation with them on the phone. No more texting. Get rid of the digital messaging thing. Actually have the conversation and ask about their life. Really tune in and listen, because you never know what types of things are going to come up that are going to inspire ideas for the future. Number 3, consume with intention. Now, it's funny because a lot of us don't like the word consume. In fact, it has a pretty negative connotation to it. But I'm a consumer. You're a consumer because you're watching this video. We are all consumers. Every single one of us on this planet is a consumer. So why deny it? Instead, let's focus on consuming the right content, yeah? So little check-in. When you're consuming on your newsfeed, how does it make you feel? What type of content are you consuming? Is it content that inspires you and motivates you and makes you feel like you're ready to work? Or do you consume it and feel drained and a little anxious and maybe kind of heavy with comparisonitis? Those things are never going to spark creativity. In fact, they come from a place of lack and not abundance. So anytime that you need a boost of inspiration, consume the right content. Do it with intention. Read a really good book, or listen to a podcast, or attend a conference that supports your inspiration and the creative ideas that you want to have, yeah? So be sure that you are doing this with intention and not just doing it on autopilot. There is so much knowledge and resources available to you so long as you are looking in the right places. Number 4, space and silence. Now, didn't I just say to have conversations and to be consuming content? Well, yes, definitely. And you want to have space and silence. Now, when I say space, I mean space in the form of time and environment and lack of distractions and aloneness. And silence meaning turn off the noise. No music, no podcast, no consuming, nothing. Just space and silence. Because ultimately, whether you identify as an introvert or an extrovert, sparking creative ideas requires both the dark and the light, the communication and the silence, the consuming and the space. Think about it like you're igniting inspiration and then inviting inspiration. So we ignite inspiration through communicating with other people and consuming the right content and having these thought-provoking conversations, yeah? And then we invite inspiration by giving space and silence so that creative ideas can come in. So this week, you're going to block off 2 days, one day for consuming and conversing and communicating and kind of igniting the inspiration, and the other day for inviting the inspiration. So you're going to have space and silence. 2 days igniting and inviting your creative ideas. Number 5, try something new. Creativity thrives in creative spaces, and this may seem obvious, but in order to experience this, we need to abort your normal routine. So, you're going to try something new, yeah? It could be a painting class, or maybe you're going to participate in a drum circle dance. So, something that gets you a little bit outside of your comfort zone. And you're going to be okay with the fact that you might be terrible in the beginning, but you're really doing it for the sake of flexing your learning muscles. So, don't worry about how you're looking in the beginning. Just do it because you're curious and you want to have a little bit of fun. In fact, I will do this challenge with you. Let's do this together. We're going to grab a friend or a significant other, or maybe we'll go by ourselves, whatever feels good. We're going to pick one activity that perks our ears up, something that we've been curious about that we want to try. So we're going to go on to Facebook groups or maybe on to meetups or good old Google. We're going to put it in the calendar and we're going to go do it, okay? You and me both. We're going to do this together because the more that we can be open to this newness, the more open-hearted we will feel for our creative ideas. And there you have it. Those are your 5 ways to spark creativity and to get those creative juices flowing. I actually have 2 more ways written on the blog article. So if you are a visual learner, be sure to go read that and check that out to get 2 more ways to get your creative juices flowing. Otherwise, I really hope this inspires you and for you to know that you are a creative being. You have something in you. You have ideas, I promise. You just got to give yourself the space and the energy and the belief that you can do it. So hopefully these ways will help you do that. Let me know how it goes. Be sure to share and subscribe and do all of the things. Share it to anybody who wants a little bit of creativity in their life. Let me know which way was your favorite, and I will catch you in the next video.